I need to shave. And you guys are catching me as I'm getting dressed from my shower. So, my nephew has pointed out something to me that's very, very important. Alright? And this is very important. And for all you guys who's watching me on Kung Fu Havoc #2, as well as Instagram, this more or less affects y'all. Alright? It affects y'all more than it affects me because I can do this. But those who are not watching, or those who have never watched, tonight I will have to do this video again. But for now, I will give you a small demonstration. So when I was getting out of the shower, a mere 2 minutes ago, my nephew told me that I was defenseless because I'm in a towel. I have 2 towels and 2 washcloths. One for my face, one for my body. Both ways. 2 towels, face and ass, because you don't want your ass to be on your face when you're washing. Alright? Forgive the curly haired mess. So, I swung my other towel at him, and y'all have to deal with this background noise. We got a lot of chaotic going on. We got a funeral, and I have class, so I'm not going to the funeral. Yes, that was a wedgie. So, you have a comb. You have a pick. You won't use that rope. I have a bandana. Now, henceforth, with the bandana, you can also use a t-shirt as well. As a true martial artist, and if you are not a true martial artist, then this does apply to you. Anything that I touch, which means anything you touch as a true martial artist, should be capable of becoming a weapon. Tie a knot in your t-shirt, tie a knot in your bandana, you have nunchucks. Lick the end of your t-shirt or your bandana and you have a wet napkin that can be just as deadly as a pair of nunchucks. Alright? Now, I am never defenseless as long as I have clothes. Because your shirt's probably going to get ripped in a fight. Now you have a weapon. Same thing with this bandana. It matches my blouse. Kinda. So, you have a pick. Fleshy tissue. Fleshy tissue. Fleshy tissue pressure points. I can hit you this way. I can cut your throat. I can do it this way. There's nothing that I can't use to hurt you. The thing you understand, if you're hitting fleshy tissue with something hard, you jab it hard enough, it will penetrate it. If I jab this bitch into the drywall, it doesn't have to be a metal pick. It can be a plastic pick. A true martial artist can use any and everything that they touch as a weapon. I'm not going to say a blade of grass. That's a Chinese legend. You can believe what you want. That is a Chinese legend. Trust me, this is a Chinese legend. It comes with one of the stories of Kung Fu. Instagram has paused. Instagram is back. You have a comb. You can go across the throat. It doesn't take excessive amount of force, and these things aren't sharp. But what people fail to understand is if you can stab somebody with a butter knife and a spoon, it's generally the force behind it that makes it dangerous, not the fact that you were cutting. It's the force behind it. So if I come across your throat with a comb, I can kill you. Don't think that I can't. Same thing with a pick. This pick and comb combo has sharp edges. It can do the damage that needs to be done. Probably not so much on the blunt side, but on this side, and this thing, in an eye, in an ear, there is nothing that I personally can't use as a weapon in my hand. As a martial artist, if you have not been taught that, you should probably go back to school and slap your teacher. I'm sorry, I don't really recommend that, but at the same time I kind of do, because I learned that I could fight with a comb and a pick. You don't have to believe me, but I know that I learned that shit before I even got into the Army. After I got in the Army, I learned a lot more. But when I was 16, I was taught by a Green Beret that there's nothing that I can't touch with my hand and turn it into a weapon. That includes a comb, a pick, and the most dangerous utensil in the universe is a spoon. Because you can scoop and stab at the same time versus a butter knife versus a fork. This could be a fork. This could be a spoon. The bottom end. You can do a whole lot of things with a whole lot of different weapons, providing that you have been taught properly. As a martial artist of any style, everything that you touch is an extension of your style. And every weapon that you are taught with, you should be able to use any utensil, any kind of anything that you touch should be your weapon. A simple metal stick. A simple wooden stick. I made a video about standard and conventional weapons. Of course I can't fish these out because I needed to demonstrate. You know, break one of these things off, you have a sword. So you know. Just have to know the proper movements. Tighten this thing up. You know, jab it in the throat, jab it in the sternum. Yes, these are trash bags, and in the right hands, trash bags can be dangerous. You can smother someone with a trash bag. You can do so much deadly stuff with things that you didn't even think were weapons. But no one's teaching you this stuff, because if I'm gonna pay to learn how to fight or defend myself or whatever concept suits you best, I'm going to get taught anything and everything under the sun. If you're going to pay me to teach you, then you are going to learn that everything you touch, with the exception of a blade of grass, can be your weapon. And why do I keep referring to that? Because I can't teach you what I don't know. Okay? I do not know how to fight with a blade of grass. I mean, a handful of dirt is dangerous because you can blind somebody with it, or you can put it in their mouth and choke them out. But a blade of grass, I don't care. There's a reason why it's called a legend, people. Did I put deodorant on? I don't know if I put deodorant on, so we're going to cover that. And yes, deodorant, cigarette lighter, blowtorch. Don't practice that. Regular deodorant in a can. Boom, boom. This is going to hurt someone when you hit them. You know, boom. Throat shot, sternum, under the arms. The capacity to hurt people with definitely anything that's in my hand is not improbable. It's not impossible. The only trick is I have to be better and faster than your defenses. If I can't get through your defenses, everything I just told you ain't worth shit. Luckily for me, there's more than a few options. You know, this thing can be represented as a fork. It can go up the nose, it can go in the eye, go in the ear, it can go anywhere I choose to put it. Unless you, the defender, finds a way to stop it. There's nothing in this room that I can't kill anybody with, maybe except possibly the lightsabers, outside of swinging it like a baseball bat and beating you to death with it. And maybe the stuffed animals, because I don't want to get your blood on them. But, you know, these things, my umbrella, my cane. As a martial artist, there should be nothing that you put in your hand that you should not be able to beat somebody with. Excuse me. That you should not be able to defend yourself adequately with, so that they won't go to jail for saying that I taught you to beat somebody's ass with a fucking book. So a school book, they're solid. And when you're hitting something with somebody solid, or somebody with something solid, you should go for soft targets. Throat, sternum, groin. You know, those places are fairly dangerous. So if you boom somebody in the gut and come back up and check their chin, so it's here and then there. You know, so it should be like this though. That way you have a little bit more control of the book. Jab, then slap up. Then pimp slap their ass, or make them understand the palm of your hand. Or in this case, understand the backside of my book. So you'll figure it out. I made this video specifically for my nephew who tried to attack me as I got out of the shower thinking that I was defenseless. 1. No one is ever defenseless if they've been taught how to fight. 2. Even if you haven't been taught how to fight, you are not defenseless. You have natural instincts, fight or flight. When you have nowhere to go, your fight instincts will kick in, unless you don't have any. Then you have a tiny bit of a problem. But everybody can learn how to fight. There's no possible way that you can't learn how to fight. And maybe if you're mentally retarded, you may have a small issue there. But even they can learn how to fight. It's just going to take a little bit more time, and someone has to actually be willing to put the effort in. And if you're not willing to put the effort in on any student, then your ass shouldn't be teaching. This is Kung Fu Epic number 2 and Instagram, and I'm out.